airborne because I mean, I know most of us would do well, but I can imagine knowing most Marines and myself too, just how it would be very similar.
So yeah, the Marines do have airborne qualified personnel. I'm sure they're in MARSOC, but I don't know how often they jump.
Yeah, I know with MARSOC they do something, and I don't know with just why am I blanking on the phrase here? I guess we're just like the regular body of Marines, because with like 80 seconds, if you're in that entire division, and obviously you guys all learn how to. And I think we talked about this on our last show, because the Army, it's like they actually have it in their doctrine, in their skill set, you know, as like a conventional force to do airborne, at least for a small segment to do that. But with Marines, it's just not really a thing for us.
No, yeah, I know. With I mean, when you split it up into the Department of War or the military service, the Marines don't necessarily have to. If you split it up within the Marines, a few could. You know, it'd be nice if a few could and a few should. But just like the Army, the majority of people don't need it. It depends on your MOS, depends on your unit, and all kinds of things that it really depends on.
Yeah, and we because what's crazy is like we have a lot of heights. Or I guess courses or advanced schools that deal with heights. We have, I think assault climbers is one of them. I could be wrong on that, but it's something to do where you have to learn how to like tie knots and stuff like that, and then you'll usually hang from certain birds.
Yeah, we got air assault.
What was the one? We do fast roping, which isn't really a course. Like everybody does that one, but it's still pretty like heights intensive, I guess you'd say. So I mean, we could definitely do it, but yeah, I could just see a lot of dumb stories like that of us getting caught in the trees, us breaking our legs or bouncing, when we hit the ground or whatever it may be.
Yeah, I had a guy on it. I can't remember his name. Are bad enough.
Yeah, we're not landing in Normandy anytime soon. We're not. I don't even. Now that I think of it, especially with Iran war going, do we really need paratrooper or like paratroopers anymore, or anything airborne?
I mean, that's something that's long been debated. However, I know in World War II it was. I mean, I think according to now somebody's going to have to fact check me on this, but according to the Geneva Convention, shooting paratroopers in flight is illegal.
Really?
And is considered a war crime. So the point of airborne is pretty much just to have the ability to deploy X number of Army personnel to a certain country, any given country, in a span of like 72, 68 hours or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the readiness threat of another country. Like fuck around, we're going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess it's okay, if you're airborne, but like that's a war crime though, to shoot paratroopers while they're gliding down.
Yeah, because they're essentially defenseless. I get it. I get what you're saying.
I know, because you know what? Bring the controversy if you want to call me ignorant. Isn't the whole point of war is to make your enemy defenseless? I thought the idea was to impose your will on people. That isn't that essentially what it is? Like,
I mean, when we're getting into it, the point of a war is to. I mean, you can define war however you want, right? However, you said
the CDP 1, which I do have in my bookshelf, by the way. You guys want to quote and fact check me? I am prepared. The job knowledge is not left. Continue, please.
You said the point of war is to render your enemy defenseless. How can you render your enemy defenseless if he's already defenseless, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why we have rules of engagement. You can't do certain things. You can't shoot certain people in certain places. You can't drop. You can't have drones drop bombs in certain locations. Or, I mean, that's how it was in Afghanistan. You can't. A drone can't fucking drop a bomb if it's near a school, near a forest, near this, near that. You can't do a lot of fucking things. Bridge, random shit. I saw a lot of random shit in my second deployment that were very questionable. But that's where we go into the rules of engagement and the Geneva Convention. I mean, I understand it. It makes sense if you're just like a 20-year-old, 18-year-old kid and your country's being invaded and you're like, they're up in the air. Like, why can't I just fucking shoot them? And somebody's like, you got to wait till they get on the ground.
Are we saying that Call of Duty and Black Ops, that they what's the word I'm looking for? That they endorse war crimes because you can do it in the video game. For some
Can
reason,
you
we have
really?
a problem with the no Russian mission, but we have no problem with shooting paratroopers out of the air. I find that really odd.
Listen, all I know is that Call of Duty prepared me for deployment.
Yes.
It prepared me for deployment, especially with Black Ops 6. If I had Black Ops 6 when I was coming in, I would have been prepared for a big ass fucking monster.
I never played the Black Ops series as a kid, so I never played it. So I feel terrible not knowing. Well, I did play one game, I think. Wasn't there one where you're in Vietnam?
Probably. That was like back in the old days. But I'm talking Black Ops 6 was the last one that came